Honestly, I'm not gonna call you sexy, my dog, because I respect you. You know what I mean? But here's the girls. My girl will call you sexy Ryan all day. But for all the women right now, his name is
Sexy Ryan.
Okay, because you know right now, if I told you my name was Delicious right now, it'd be fucked up if you saw me in the mall.
Tasty!
I didn't even say tasty. I didn't even say tasty. This guy's funny as
well, no, I'll tell you
I'm fucking with you. I love that. This guy called me. I always said delicious. Guy goes, yo, what up, tasty? It's urban migration. You guys get ready. Squad up.
It's down to me sometimes. I'm like, what do you mean you don't do anything? Like, bro, you just said you don't do anything. You're a rapper. Like, that's one thing. It's like, yeah, that's all I do.
I know it's
That's all
true.
you do?
We'll save it for this pocket because I got
Yeah,
some questions to ask
we're
you.
gonna start just dissing people.
Yeah, fucking why not? When you're ready, Zach.
Oh, good.
Shit. I guess we'll hold what we can. This guy, he's the one who did. I wasn't a part of that shit. He's like, we go out to fuck with some people right now. So we got Urban Migration Season 2. Let's do this. You guys see me with my blingy crooks on this shit? It's too big for my head. I think I lost weight. I'm probably gonna switch it back up. I was trying to show off. But anyways, we got on the Urban Migration podcast right now. I'm sure he wants me to say his name, but I'm gonna call him Ryan. You know why?
That's not his name though.
You say it then. You say it because
my name is Sexy Ryan.
For the ladies. No disrespect.
Hey,
no
for the
disrespect,
ladies, for the fellas.
Because I know this motherfucker doesn't want me to start calling him that. And people will be like, yo, because, yo. No, it's not even that. Because I don't, whatever rainbow you are, I'm down, locked in, because I don't need my shit shut off.
Yeah.
But anyways, long story short, I had this joke thing that, honestly, I'm not going to call you sexy, my dog, because I respect you. You know what I mean? But here's the girls. My girl will call you sexy Ryan all day. But for all the women right now, his name is
Sexy Ryan.
Okay, because you know right now, if I told you my name was Delicious right now, it'd be fucked up if you saw me in the mall.
Tasty!
I didn't even say tasty. I didn't even say tasty. This guy's funny as
well, no, I'll tell you
I'm fucking with you. I love that. This guy called me. I always said delicious. Guy goes, yo, what up, tasty?
See, that's the thing. The thing about Sexy Ryan is everyone kind of has that initial like knee-jerk reaction, right? It's like, whoa, I ain't calling you that. But then as people start to get more comfortable, because it's about kind of like lowering people's guard to, because it's sexy is a mindset, right?
Yes,
and it's not just about me, Sexy Ryan. It plays off of me and what I do. But really, like, it's to make everyone else feel sexy.
Yeah.
So when I, for example, go to Tribe or like events, people see me, they're like, Sexy Ryan, what's up? And then the people who don't know, they're like, okay, whatever. But then I start performing, I'm doing my thing, and everyone's kind of getting into the zone, right? They're lowering their guard a bit, they're feeling more fluid, more cool. And then it's like, wait, you know, because I'm not like Ryan fucking Reynolds, right? I'm not like a super hunk sexy guy. You know, I was just having my picture taken, I looked awkward as hell.
Some women might gesture the difference on that. But here's what a lot of women was asking me still on my motherfucking shit. Don't lie, don't talk shit. They were asking me, are you from England, Australia? What's your mix?
Which one do you think? What do you think?
I ain't gonna do that, bro.
I got one for Australia and one for...
Fucking Madagascar.
No,
I don't know.
I'm from England. So
what's with the strong? That's not even like, okay, it's England, but with a it's behind. It's behind.
Yeah.
You can't hide it.
I always tell because I lived here. I lived in Georgia too. And I say it's
in America?
Yeah, down south.
Holy fuck!
Right?
So that's where that comes from.
So I say it's a blend of hello there and hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
So you get a little bit of a mix of the two different blends.
Oh, your wifey's gonna be so mad now. All the women, all the things that all the women are gonna be like, I'm from Georgia. She's like,
Sexy Ryan.
Okay, but that was cool. I understood why you did that. I guess what you were saying, but the perspective of the sexy vibe and just say it. Because I asked you, I'm like, when I first met you, I'm like, what's your name, Sexy Ryan? I was like, why? But no disrespect. I was like, you know,
like, who the fuck is this guy?
No, I'm saying he could Brad Pitt the vibe up. He can. I just don't want to draw my girl too tough. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would say, but you don't come off like that as your performance. Like, you know, usually guys that call themselves Sexy Ryan is all talking rap about bitches and doing their shit about it. But he's just up there and he's just doing his music.
Right.
So, why hip hop? How did that come? Where did that come from?
It was
Not
actually...
saying why hip hop. Sorry about to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you pursue hip hop? And what did you know that you were good at making music?
Honestly, it kind of fell into my lap a little bit. So I was writing some poetry. I had my heart broken, as a lot of people do.
It happens.
And I was in my fields, and I started writing poems. And my buddy Logan was a rapper, and I started writing some bars. And I thought, like, hey, I can do this a little bit. I could write some bars for him. So I started ghostwriting lyrics, kind of, shouting out Logan.
Yeah.
But then I started writing some way more personal stuff, and I was like, wait, this just wouldn't fit for someone else, right?
Yes.
This is only I could say these things. And I kind of kept them all to myself in my notepad, and I like to write my bars out. I find that helps me focus. If it's on my phone, I'll get and then I'm lost. So if I got my notepad with me, I can write some bars down and get in my feels properly. And I had my buddy, I used to work at Boston Pizza.
Yes.
My supervisor, Kai, we hung out all the time. And he snatched my notebook from me one day and was like, bro, you're gonna rap this. You're always telling me, like, I wanna be a rapper, I wanna hear you. And he rapped out one of my verses, and he gave, like, the worst performance one could possibly perform ever.
Of your shit?
Of my stuff.
Yeah,
and I was like, wait, if he can put himself out there and just, like, go for it, what's stopping me? So I did the same thing. And then we spent the whole night just reading out my raps, and he was sharing with me songs he'd wrote. His name is Anna in Aquarius as an artist.
Pardon me, what's his name?
Anna in Aquarius.
Okay.
He's a little bit retired from the music game now, but so after that night, we just didn't stop.
Yeah.
And he was a big fan of kind of more emo rap style stuff. He really likes Lil Peep and Aries, kind of the more 2017 era rap. And we just kind of started from there, and then we made this band, Save the West. It was just me and him. And then the world shut down from COVID like 2 weeks later after we made our band together. And then we spent that entire summer just writing, inside.
So where's your confidence come from? Because I see a lot of people, I see you're very confident. Like I know a lot of rappers are awesome. Like, and when they go on stage, they just kind of they don't have the same ability to do what they did on stage when I was with them in the house before we went there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess it's a comfortability here, but you seem very comfortable to me on stage. Like,
I mean, to be honest, I like when people look at me. It's like, I know that guy. But I get it from my dad a lot. My dad is, he's in sales. He's super friendly, business casual, just a genuine all-round,
So
shout out my dad. But
shout out your dad. What's your dad's name?
James.
This
Sexy
guy
James.
thought about there you go, Sexy James. And the mom's like, holy shit. Here you go. Like father, like son.
Straight up. Honestly, it is like that because my dad, so he's in business, right? And he has these kind of he'll have New Year's parties and stuff with clients and friends.
So you're, okay.
But he's always like the storyteller.
He works the room.
Yeah, he really does work the room.
I see you do it. I see you do it.
Yeah.
I actually see you work the stage, you know what I mean? You're very, I can see you, I saw you on the dance floor and how you deal with it. You're not as live. When you're on stage, you do your thing.
I want to work on getting more, because I'm really rigid. I'm not a very good dancer. I'm not very good with moving my own body.
Yeah.
So I can move my own vocal cords and I move my own voice, but with the way I rap, it doesn't lend itself to moving better. So I feel like when I actually can, perform with more swagger.
You'll get it, there. Just be yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What's your go-to for music? Like, you're all over the place. Who's your favorite? What's your go-to now? And what did you grow up on?
Well, I grew up on. I'll start there. That's easier. I grew up on a lot of rock, Brit pop, Brit rock. My dad kind of is a bit more poppy and alt rock style, so I grew up on REM from him. Oasis, of course. And then he really likes Britney Spears too. So that's where my love of pop music kind of stems. And then my mom, she's a big fan of more cinematic rock, kind of like Queen, Pink Floyd, some of the more kind of
80s
time, exactly, the bigger bands of them, because she lived in England, right? So all of these things were kind of, there was a big centralized rock
Beatle
movement.
vibe, I know what you're talking about,
And then, but I didn't grow up on hip hop like a lot of the other rappers did. So that was just never a big part of my childhood growing up. And then when I moved to Canada, I started, it was actually my friend Danny, and he played for me Kanye West and Kid Cudi.
Changed your world.
It changed my world a little bit, It kind of introduced me to this new area of music that was never just something I considered before. It was a whole new style, It's all electronic. There's more electronically driven than rock music, which is like all about the kind of the band working together. Whereas someone like Kanye, Kid Cudi, it's like a man with a vision. And that really spoke to me a lot with like these guys who had such a clear, you know, like goal. And even if it's not always clear what the end of that goal is, they have these like big swelling ideas in their minds that kind of just slingshotted me into thinking, you know what, I want to be like these guys. These guys know what's up. Because I've always been an ideas guy too. I've had these big kind of swelling ideas that I never really knew what to do with.
Yeah.
And when I did start exploring hip hop as an avenue for my own creative endeavors, that's when it all kind of snapped. And then everything went from like abstract, random Ryan thoughts into like a clear focus. No, this is actually how I can tell my message to the world.
Did you write this shit down before you got here? This guy had, that was like probably the most perfect motherfucking question I had. Like he was like, yo, I got that planned question for you. No, that was cool. Yeah, that kind of seems like you seem like you know what you want. You seems like you're happy doing what you're doing.
Oh man, music is my life. It's when I feel like I'm most alive, whether I'm creating in my basement, just clicking on my computer, or if I'm performing for someone else, if I'm freestyling with a group, if I'm...
What is that adrenaline for you? Like, what do you think you get adrenaline from all
this?
It's
more than adrenaline, man. It's like the time I actually truly feel like
alive.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking rock climbing like you do?
Well, yeah.
The fuck does that, Ryan? Chill. Your parents don't get crazy on you for doing all that. You do all like rock climbing and stuff.
A little bit, yeah. Actually,
that's crazy.
Well, we live an hour from the mountains, man.
That doesn't mean anything. That's 10 hours for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, I'm just saying. My point was, I see like you're out there, like you know, I mean, like you're one of those guys. I'm not gonna say the white boy shit, but I see like you're very out there on the adventurous. You know what I mean? So I can tell like how you do your music and how you live your life. But like you're out there. I seen you taking pictures, fucking miles and part of fucking out mountains. Like, where'd you get that from?
Well, actually, a big thing for me is like, I think Calgary is so mellow because of the mountains. Yeah. You know, you wake up every day, we drive to work, and there's just these big, greater than, right? And it tells us, it's like, you know, you are, no matter what we'll ever do in life, you can never crush a mountain. You couldn't work it down, right? So these big mountains, just being there, it humbles us as Calgarians, I think, a lot, because it reminds us that no matter how big we think we are, there's these giant foundational things in the world that are there. But you can't topple a mountain, but you know what you can do? You can climb one.
Climb one.
You can climb.
Yeah.
He said it, he goes, you could climb one.
You could climb one, man.
No, I hear you.
You got to join me sometime, man. It's freeing being up there.
I think my adrenaline goes somewhere else.
Yeah?
But I get you, but I've seen it, like, I seen your vibe that you can go appreciate this, then appreciate music at the same time and be able to appreciate music.
It's just so quiet. You hear like that, if you just, I do not a lot of meditating, but I just like, I like to kind of think for myself. Yeah. And you know, even now, if you like quiet down, there's like the furnace, you got the cars in the background. Yeah. When you're on a mountain, man, it's just
nothing's going on. Yeah.
You don't hear anything. You see in the distance, like
you hear yourself thinking, I guess.
Yeah. But
and
almost,
that's scary. Like,
well, you almost don't.
And nature, right? And almost don't. And nature to say, it's kind of crazy. I've done what you've done, so I'm just saying, like, but there's times when I was doing it, I was just like, I'm trying to feel nature, and then I understand the feeling of it. So put it this way, I would go camping or I'll go out of the city for a while, and I'll be there, and no matter how I feel, by the time I leave there and I'm driving back to the city, I can feel the difference of my energy changing in my body. Right? Like I can feel going back into the city. And that darkness coming back into that cloud and like, you know, it's like coming out of that great place. Like, you know what I mean? So I felt it before. Like when you're coming back in the city, even though you're driving, you can hear loudness from like, just like cable, this, that, driving, beep, beep, beep.
It's the bustling.
You get it, like anything. Just seeing people walking and all this shit's energy. You know what I mean? When you come from a whole place where you're just in the mountains by yourself and you deal with this whole situation of peace, and then you come into this negative situation, there's so much noise, so much thing, fight right here, this right here, that. You hear that, your mom calls you or something is going on bad, like, I get it. I
absolutely, bro. Well, it's like atoms, right? If you have a bunch of atoms all compressed in one place, all the what do you call them? What's the things inside them? Neutrons.
Neutrons, yeah. You're
what's the
going
other?
to, this guy's asking us.
Electrons. Electrons on the
Electron,
outside.
neutrons,
Neutron.
I get it,
And then
I
there's
get
one
it.
more. What's the other one?
Zach, we need your
Proton.
help.
Protons.
Thank you, Zach. We needed.
So the protons are charged up. The neutrons, they're neutral. But the protons are like all bouncing up inside, right?
Yeah.
And the electrons are zapping from each other. They're the ones that change out.
Yeah.
But if it's like a bomb going off, right? It's all these atoms shaking and reacting. It's kind of the same with people, right? That you've got such a big bustling amount of energy. You go towards radioactivity, you get radioactive poisoning.
Yeah.
Same thing with if you go in the big bustling city and you aren't kind of mentally prepared for that, you get a sort of poison.
Yeah, you do. It's facts.
Yeah,
Facts.
right? Like on a deep level, we are like just atomic, right?
Yes.
So if you can kind of head out, get that breathing room, you can deactivate, lower your own reactivity.
Yeah, a lot of people are not going to understand those vibes, but to
Facts.
the fans,
I'm going
to the fans, hope you guys can, because you're like, bro, Ryan's getting deep.
Yeah.
that's all you women fans over here. So all your women fans want to know when you're doing the songs for the women.
I do all my songs for the ladies.
Yeah, there you go. He said
all
it.
of them. No. Actually, I do them all about me.
So-
I gotta be careful because I'm married, right?
I know,
So I
it's
can't
true.
if I'm out here like she got a beautiful ass.
She
So,
signed-
oh no.
And then when she signed up for it. She signed up, Mom. Sorry, man, but she's your supporter because I met her. You know, what I mean? She's your supporter. So she's like watching you on a stage like this.
Yeah. Yeah. You better make eye contact with only me. No, it's good, man. Having a cheerleader in your life like that, it boosts me up a lot. You know, there's
Say no more.
yeah.
You don't have to say too much on that. What's your next movement? What's your next?
My next
what's
move?
Your, not say next movement. What's your where do you see yourself in the next year, God willing, and but music, and what's your plans? Like, what do you?
Yeah.
For your fans, because
I got
I
you,
can
I got
ask you all the questions I want, but I had to study you in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, no,
You know what I
fair
mean? I got the privilege to watch you perform and see you
Yeah.
do things. So I could just ask for me, but I know there's people out there that want to see
Wow.
who you are. So
You
talk
guys
to them.
sit in waiting. Because no, actually,
It should
sit,
be actually
sit in
sit in
anticipation.
waiting.
Sit in
Because
anticipation.
S. Ryan, S.
man.
Ryan is coming for the.
No, I've got an album
go ahead.
coming out.
Yeah?
I'm working on my album. I've got a big 15-track piece. It's a concept album. It's called An Album
This
for My
guy
Friends.
said big 15-track piece. Watch what you're saying to these women, bro.
It just happens. It just happens.
Go ahead.
So my
I
big
went over people's
15-inch
heads.
piece here is going to be. No, it's my message to.
I got you.
So I'm 26 and I'm kind of leaving the phase of.
You 26?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm leaving that phase of young adult and becoming like a real big boy adult. And I've had a lot of people in my life who have, wronged me, who I may have wronged them,
That's life.
who I just don't talk to anymore, right? But it's kind of it's the closing chapter on that. It's the
Yes.
final thoughts that I have to the people in my life who aren't really in it anymore,
Yeah.
and maybe reaching out to, see if that's a contact that as I've changed from a kid to an adult, see if that's the kind of thing that maybe a friendship that's worth holding on to. So it's kind of my message to the people of my past. And that's my album. And after that, I want to work with just everybody else.
That's crazy. I
Yeah.
want you to too, because I feel like at the end of the day that it kind of shows your artistic value too, is working with other people, just putting yourself outside the box.
I've always worked with other people, man. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best way for me. I can bounce ideas off everyone else. I don't always like to be the center of the track. I like to amplify other voices, and then I can be in the background, a bit like Timbaland, shouting out Justin Timberlake in the back.
As long as you're involved with music, right? Music doesn't have to be that you have to be up front. A lot of people kind of misinterpret being an artist. Do you think that you can't be a writer, or you think you can't be a person that even said how the beat should be, or even how to change your tone of voice, or I don't think you guys are going too high. You don't even know a lot of people that are involved in making the greatest hits that people don't even know.
Yeah, the whole behind the scenes
The whole behind the scenes guy
It's just as important.
just a guy that's influential to people, to giving someone that's an artist, bro, you can do this. This is how I think you should do it, and not knowing that when you go out to get your award, the person's like, "Thank you to Mike. I appreciate you," and you don't even know who he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know,
Mike
sometimes
knows.
Yeah, Mike knows. And Mike's probably sitting there like, I told y'all. I told you I wrote that. Y'all don't believe me. Yeah, stupid shit like that. But I'm glad that you appreciate that vibe because you said it in the day. Even if it's not like you being upfront, you know what I mean? And it's hard for people to even accept that as an artist because a lot of artists is egos. You see, this is where he catches me on the rip shots.
But dude, it's all about the community, man. Yes. Like if that you have no ego, if you have no one to boast to if you don't even have a community, right? Even the most braggadocious rappers.
Say that again, braggadocious?
Braggadocious.
I like that. This guy's born in the 80s. What's up, braggadocious?
Even the most braggadocious rappers.
I'm going to use that stuff.
Yeah, it's a good one,
I'm going
to
use it, like it. But go ahead.
But yeah, if you're boasting to the mirror, then what are you doing, right? You've got to earn the respect and then be part of the community. You got to engage. And that's what I really love about hip hop is that it's so community based. You know, if you are just an independent artist, you're missing out on so much that is around you. So, right, it's like walking through life like this. You're kind of
with your binoculars on.
Yeah, right. If you're focused on the one goal, and that goal is ego. Yeah, sure, you may become rich and famous,
but not happy.
Yeah, you know, you're missing out on the things that actually like fulfill your music.
Yeah, facts. So that's what. So you're just in love with hip hop, I guess, right?
It's music as a whole. I don't really listen to a lot of hip hop anymore. I don't want to rip anybody off. I listen to a lot more nowadays because I work construction, and I made this playlist full of kind of long ambient tracks, and then there's some curveballs thrown in there. There's some pop. There's some other rock songs, but a lot of it is like quiet, meditative tracks, and they're all like 8 minutes long. So by the time I finish like 4 songs, it's already time for a coffee break. And then another couple of songs, it's time for lunch break, and it speeds my day up. But I really like soundscapes. I'm a producer. And I like to produce kind of lived in environments. Almost a song you hear and then you finish it and you like, wait, did I just hear that? You feel a bit like disoriented, toning back into reality. And that's what I like about ambient music is that it's kind of, it drifts you away, takes you to these strange places. And if I can make a hip hop song with those elements of, you know, it's like taking you on this musical journey. You feel like you've entered a garden of sound. And a lot of hip hop, but that's not the style of hip hop, right? Hip hop is more like lyrical based. You don't need.
It's universal. At the end of the day, you can't really explain what hip hop is because it just keeps evolving no matter where it's fucked up. Man. Situations. Just where you went right now. I'm curious to hear what you do with that because.
Well, I like to create. I like to use different influences, right? Like metal has really, really powerful drums and it's all about the snare and the kick. And I like to use that and translate it into something that I then turn into like a hip hop track. That's kind of my language of the world. I take my different cultures and the different like sects of sound and then I boil it into one song that is Sexy Ryan.
So what about, right now I'm kind of mad at you, bro.
Oh.
You know why? No, not mad at you because when I went to do a lot of researches on you, like I can't tell you I have a team to research you, right?
Yeah.
But I got the chance to see you on stage, so I understood that I got to see your personality and you're very good on stage of talking about yourself. And but we had a little 1-2 conversations. I was kind of showing no love at it, and I respect that you took me into here, but. For your fans and stuff, I feel like you have to show more. I don't know if you have any more media
on social media.
Yeah, you come on, stop being shy, guy. Because you can't call yourself S Ryan. You want me to say because Zach's gonna put Zexy on the vibe, right? But as long as I don't say it together, I'm joking. This guy's like, I'm gonna end up saying, "Watch me the next show." I'll be like, "Yo, Zach, Ryan."
Yeah, no, that's that thing.
I'm fucking with you. Don't feel no way.
Nah, just you wait. You'll be like sexy.
This guy said, what did you say when I said delicious? This guy just me out.
Shout out my man Big Delicious standing in front of the stage.
For real. Yo, here comes my boy, Delicious. Girl said he tastes good. Not me, the girls.
Oh my God.
Nah, for real.
That's atrocious.
I don't even remember what the fuck question I asked you, but anyways.
Posting more.
Pardon me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bro, what's wrong with you, bro? Because you can't have a name like that. Women are like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Or
social media that's my weakest.
Because he's married, bro. That's
no, it's not even that. Scared. Even before, I back in 2008, I never liked Facebook. I see it, but it's just like it's draining for me.
No, I understand.
Like if I post, it like physically exhausts me.
Like,
it really does. I don't.
He let me know that.
Yeah, well, like it does, man. It takes like it takes a lot out of me.
It's true.
And then like,
if you're sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
It depends if you're more subtle and humble, right? I don't really like doing it either. Like, but you're really good at it. That's what I see how you are on stage. I see like certain things that you do. You seem like you're always with other people too, and you show love to other people. So you might as well like.
But that's the thing. Like in-person connection is so much more. It's just my avenue, right? Like social media. Even I do have fans that I message, and when I have people showing love on my posts, I'm always like, "Yo, thank you so much." I try and keep in contact with the people who I found through social media, and I know that in today's day and age, like you just need it. But if I wasn't actively making music, man, I wouldn't have anything. Yeah. I'd be hiding off the grid. I just don't like it. It drains me, and then my feed too. My feed is like. It just constantly feeds me a bunch of negativity, man. I know a lot of people's feeds aren't as bad as that, but mine, it's like, have you heard about the war?
Yeah.
Have you heard about these people doing this bad thing? Scroll, dog video, and yay, my heart. Dead dog. Oh, right? Like, it takes a lot out of me.
But that's actually true, It's true, like, just living life like that. Just seeing bad negativity kind of puts you in a bad state sometimes.
And then, even worse, like, I don't even want to share that because it feels, even when I have something to say, it like feels like I'm just putting out
things that
negativity,
no one's gonna,
you know, and I can never really, not that I have any control of the narrative, but in person, we can crack jokes and you can read my face. You can tell me I can tell you what I'm thinking. You can tell me online. There's none of that. I could post something out there and it can be taken out of context. People can be like, I'm not worried necessarily about people being like, yo, your music is shit, because that's just people. That's just voices.
But it's not.
But I don't want to be putting out stuff that is like just negative, man. Social media, I find it turns me into a negative person, whether I want it to or not. And I feel like posting, it actively shares the negativity just by it being in my mind, like it's a mental projection of a negative image that I associate with it, and it turns me off to that kind of thing.
So how are you gonna maintain? Right now, I can see you being a person to get your message across. So I don't want to use the word famous. Like, so looking forward in your music career later on in life, like, and you're getting shows. You're here in Dubai. You're here in Italy. And you're doing your thing. No, for real. Like, how are you gonna accept what you're doing? Are you you rather have your own fans that believe in who you are as a person, or you don't mind doing all these shows for millions of people and just living that world? Because I can see you're you know what you want in life, and even if this music thing blows for you, there's gonna be probably a gray area for you in that world because you can see what's happening in this music industry.
I don't know. I think the truth will always come through for people, regardless. Like, I mean, hey, we met, right? I actively network and go out to events and meet people, and like Sexy Ryan is not a household name, but it's a name people know. And people. It's
gonna stand the fuck out. I'll tell you that much. Because it stood out for me. I was like,
it's a brand, right? Regardless of, at the end of the day, it is it's a brand.
It's a brand.
It's name recognition.
Like, why not? Like, for me, it was different. I was like, I remember I asked you, I'm like, why that name? Because you could have called yourself anything. You're like, why not? I was like, what the fuck? All right. He goes, why not? I was like, all right, say no more. Like,
but my music is Save the West.
Yeah.
So all the music I release is Save the West.
I want to ask you about that. What was that whole Save the West thing?
Save the West?
I want to ask you about that. Why bad?
It's so a lot of people, like from around the world, right? Yeah. Everyone has always come to Canada for a better life, right?
For sure.
Like from everywhere. I'm an immigrant. I came from England. And Saving the West is not about like coming to Calgary, but it's about never being satisfied with where you are. Yeah. So if you see a West out there that you think could be a better life for you, Save the West is never stop pursuing that.
Yeah.
Never ever stop. Never be satisfied with where you are currently if you think there is something better for you out there. So Save the West is like always be pursuing that. Be pursuing that idea of never being satisfied and never being, like happy with that. Sure. And Save the West musically is like, that's the people I've worked with. I work with Anna and Aquarius, like I said. I've written an album with a buddy of mine, Teovo. Probably won't see the light of day, but that was just the music.
We got to see that,
guys.
You guys figure it out.
Maybe one day, Teovo, if you message me, Godless, we got it.
He said it. It's done. He said yes.
Yeah, he said yes.
Yeah, he said yes.
But that's kind of my musical goal, like to create things that people feel with. To me, you know, if 1 million people connect with my song, that's amazing. But if no one connects with it, I'd rather have a small group of people who truly connect with me and my vision,
fans,
my music. Not even fans, like homies, friends,
homies,
really.
yeah.
Like I want to hear everyone's story.
Facts.
Yeah, you could be a fan of me, but I want to be a fan of you. And I want to be a fan of, I want to connect. I want to
Basically,
create
you're
something.
saying I want people to be a fan of what you said, not about you personally. Like, of what
right?
you're more of. Yeah, I get what you mean.
I want people to change for the better.
Yeah.
I don't want people to hear my music and think like, yeah, this is gonna be great to turn up to. Like that kind of means nothing to me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want people to be like, yo, right? You know what I was saying earlier?
Yeah,
You said like you're getting really deep.
Yeah.
I want to change people's minds about things, open people's
Perspective of
hearts
things,
and eyes to the world, and I can only do that with other people's stories. You know, if I
So
can,
that means you don't mind collaborating with people in Calgary and doing music with people.
collaboration.
It seems like that's one of my biggest things is that. Like I would love to hear you make the best music when you put two great minds together, you know?
100%, yeah,
You know, I
so
feel that,
true,
you know what I
man.
mean? And I feel like people don't even a lot of people will intrigue people. Sometimes I'll be with somebody and they're such a great rapper that he made me write more something that I was like, this guy, yo, bro, I love you, bro. You know, you put me on a different vibe, but everybody boosts each other, especially when it comes in the music game. We can all think that we can make the best music, but sometimes people can motivate you, especially the same person in the room with you. They could go for anything, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
So I appreciate that.
At the beginning of the year, I built this big soundproofed home studio.
Nice.
And I was hosting jams every Tuesday. And it'd be really cool because you'd have different people come every time. And it was pretty small, pretty intimate, like maybe 4 to 5 people came. And it was the middle of winter. So in February, we were like -40, had 3 heaters blasting in the room, but people were still out there. We were in our winter coats, shivering and making music.
So that's the love for that shit.
Yeah, man, it really was. And we made something different every time.
Yeah.
And my goal is, I had to take that down because I'd moved. But my goal is I'm going to be setting up the studio in a new place that has kind of a bit more where I can stay and have that be my kind of zone of creation.
I like that. I like that. Right now in Toronto, my boy PNPN is doing something like that in Toronto. He's doing a writer's room out there. He was getting artists together to sit back and do some music, and he reached out to me. So we're if I get on that vibe, everything works out. I'm gonna holla at you on doing something like that. So shout out to PNPN Toronto, Scarborough up. So let your fans know what's going on in the near future, and anybody that you need to big up, which means shows love. I know you know that already. I'm bad, bro.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the lingo.
I love that. You just didn't say that shit. My bad. Go ahead, but show everyone.
Honestly, big ups to you guys. Shout out Urban Migration for hosting me here. It's been really cool to chat with you guys. Thanks for letting me say my piece.
Yeah, of course.
Shout out Tribe Artist Society and like the long, arduous list of names that's associated with that. Big ups to my dad.
Pops.
But my whole family, really, you know, especially this past couple of years, I feel like my family and I have gotten a lot closer. I was a bit of a shit disturber as a kid, to be honest.
Say no more, at least you're honest, bro.
Yeah, like now I'm, like I said, becoming an adult.
And he's becoming a rap star. Family watch him go do his thing, bro.
Yeah, my dad was like, I'm never calling you sexy, Ryan. You know that?
You know you're that Pops. You know what I'm saying, right? You know what I'm saying, but yeah, go ahead.
You know what? Big love to anyone who's checked out my music so far. It's been a really wild ride. There's been some ups and downs, and I know that the stuff I've released thus far, you know, I listen back now and I know it's not at the level that I'm at now. So anyone that's been listening for a long time,
stay tuned.
Thank you so much for sticking with me, and stay tuned for what's next, because I've got some albums in the work of my album, the one album in the works. And after that, you know, like the sky is the limit, honestly.
And check him out soon. We're going to make sure we get some shows with him going on right now. And yeah, we're going to collaborate with Urban Migration. And then, no, I'm about to call you. I'm about to call you. You saw he waited on me. He was waiting, watching me like this.
We went from S to S.
He's like, well, you know, big up. I appreciate you for coming through, brother.
Yeah, thanks so much, bro.
Yo, Paulo. I love you, my G. You go ahead.
Once again,
Urban Migration.
Sexy Ryan, music is Save the West.
Save the West.
Save
Urban
the West.
Migration, Calgary YYC, big up to my whole squad, coalition. Everybody out here in the guts to grind, let's do this. You know how to keep all that.
Appreciate you, boss.
Yeah, bro, that was sick. Thanks so much, man.